Welcome in. It is the local and community issues and answers right here with Jonathan Lawson. We're so thankful having our studios today from the Laurel County Relay for Life, Nikki Sizemore, she's the event chair, and Mr. Christian Mansfield, the team development chair. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And we're so thankful to have you here today. Tell me and the viewing audience about the Relay for Life.
Relay for Life is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. Actually, it's 28, isn't it?
That's correct.
28th anniversary this year. And our Relay for Life is held in Laurel County at the Optimus Club. We had it on June the 14th this year. It was on a Friday. We had about 2,500 people, you said?
That's correct, 2,500.
That came out. And so far, we've raised just over $30,000. Our goal for the year is $75,000, and we have until August the 15th to continue raising funds. And there are several teams that have fundraisers coming up that people can still participate in if they want to do that.
Very great. Christian, tell us, what does all these funds go for? What's all this money raised? What does it go for?
The money itself is, there are several avenues in which the funds are channeled. And I want to talk about one in particular, and that is the Hope Lodge, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hope Lodge is actually in Lexington, but the local county chapters of Relay donate a percentage of the funds raised to Hope Lodge. And what that facility does, patients throughout Kentucky that are in Lexington that are going through cancer treatment, and the caregivers themselves, a lot of times they're going through a lot of financial stress. Hope Lodge allows them to have free lodging, also free meals, and that is also to the caregivers as well while they're staying during the course of cancer treatment.
And that means so much to these cancer patients because, you know, they're worried enough about their treatments and, you know, trying to get better. And with this Hope Lodge, it's just such a blessing for them.
That is correct. That is correct.
So how does people get involved with the Relay for Life, like cancer patients and things like that? Are they referred to the program, or how does that work?
Well, Relay is actually pretty public, and this is going to be my first full year taking off with Relay. I actually have a lot of experience with Relay for Life in the Rockdale County chapter in Georgia. The church that the team I was associated with, we raised on average about $30,000 a year. There are a lot of activities that individuals can do, and teams can range from one person all the way up to churches and larger corporations. And also, might I add that, you know, this year I was team captain for Walmart in London on Highway 192, or for Walmart store number 1113. So it's been an interesting year being not only a team captain and being involved with the activities there as well. And you can do anything from cookouts to yard sales. In fact, that was one of the larger functions that we participated in Georgia. And each yard sale, everything that was donated to that, all the proceeds went completely to Relay for that. And those generated anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 to $7,000. So a yard sale in itself is a great idea, because if you have a lot of odd and end stuff and neighbors and you just want to get rid of the stuff, you know, you can sell it, you know, and all the money goes for a great cause.
Wonderful. And Nikki, explain to me and the viewing audience about the event chair. You handle a lot of different events. What's your work?
Well, I actually oversee the event for Laurel County, getting the place booked and arranging the ceremonies and the teams and tent sites and that sort of thing. And I'm kind of there if the teams need me to help them with their fundraising and those types of things. And I wanted to mention too, as far as if anyone needs to get up with the Cancer Society, if you are a cancer patient, you've just been told you had cancer, you can go to cancer.org and you can get their telephone number, and there are counselors there 24/7 that you can speak to that can refer you for counseling and just different things that you might need to go through that.
You know, the Relay for Life shows so much love and compassion toward people. You know, these teams getting out there, and whether it be walking or the cookout, car washes, whatever, they're just reaching out to people with love and compassion, saying, hey, we're here for you, and that's so wonderful.
That's right.
Now, how long have you been with the Relay for Life?
I started in 2010 as the ceremonies chair, where I planned the opening ceremony, the fight back ceremony, the luminary ceremony, and then the closing ceremony. I've done that for 3 years up until this year, where I took over as the event chair.
Wonderful. Now, what about churches that might be watching? There's a lot of churches out here and a lot of people viewing us tonight. How can people get their team together and say, hey, we want to do something for the Relay for Life? What's the process of that? Do they need to contact you all, or how does it work?
They can contact us, or they can go to cancer.org, and then if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find a link that says Relay, and you just click on that, and you can type in location, Laurel County or London, Kentucky, and then you can create a team or join a team by doing that. Or you can also find us on Facebook at Relay for Life Laurel County, and then you can get up with us that way.
Very good. And everything that somebody does, Christian, it's well worth it, and it's helping out, and it's just making the difference.
That's correct. And, cancer is such a widespread ordeal, not only in the United States, but worldwide. And everyone at some point will have a personal experience with cancer, whether it is a loved one, a friend, neighbor. In fact, there are varying statistics on cancer, but one of the statistics that comes from a pretty reliable source that I had read is that in the United States alone, if a person were to live to be 85 years old, cancer in itself is the #1 cause of death in the United States. Also, whether you're male or female, if you make it to 85, your chances of developing cancer are 2 in 4 for a man, and 1 in 3 for a woman.
Devastating, and it's so true, and it's so real, and we can do our part to help these patients. There's so many different things people can do, and I've seen people do. They've even had motorcycle rides and things like that.
Right.
How does it work? Do they get sponsors, or do they need to get sponsors to help support them, or?
Usually our teams just go about doing fundraising. There have been teams in the past that will have people kind of sponsor them throughout the night for how many laps they make on the track. And I think that is a big misconception, too, that we have, that when people hear Relay for Life, they think it's something that you have to come and you have to run. You don't have to run. It's just laps around the track. Or if you don't want to do laps, then you can just come and support and go around to the tent sites, or come and support the fundraisers throughout the year. Our fiscal year ends on August the 15th. But we have fundraisers all year long, before Relay and after Relay. There's actually 2 separate 5Ks that are coming up in London at Crooked Creek. One is August 13th.
The first one is July 13th.
July 13th, yeah, and then July 27th. And if you go to our Facebook page, you can find a link to their forms, so you can fill that out and participate.